Actually, I wanted to be a dancer, but the market in this region is pretty saturated. So I had to invent a new discipline, rhythmic cleaning. I clean to the exact beat of the music. It also helps fight fatigue. I came up with it a few weeks ago and have been perfecting my technique ever since. We'll see. Maybe if politics doesn't pan out, I can maybe offer a few courses for housewives. I think the demand for it is probably pretty high.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Rhythmic cleaning.
Massimo Cortuzzo has gotten himself a mental asylum in a sleepy town in Cuba. Don't you find that a bit strange?
I have my own theories, but I'd rather keep them to myself.
Come on, it could be really important.
Nothing is so important that a person could end up like...
Yes?
Nothing. Don't you think rhythmic cleaning would be a great business concept?
There are so many weird things happening here that I don't know where I should start being astonished. I have the feeling that it has to do with something real big. Unfortunately, my feelings do not tell me what that is. Are you afraid of your boss?
Me? Why should I?
I just had the impression.
It's misleading. It's definitely misleading.
She does want to talk. All I have to do is tickle her a little bit. The boss isn't even here, so you have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, that's also what Pedro thought, but then...
And then?
Nothing. Leave me alone.
This Nicole Charleroi is pressuring the workers to such a degree they are almost shitting their pants with fear.
She's cursed.
I won't have to clash with her on top of everything else. You said something about if politics doesn't pan out, you're a politician?
Not yet, and I stress the word yet. There is an election in 2 weeks and I want to run.
As a politician?
Yeah, sure. Anything against it?
No, of course not. So you think you have a good chance?
Yes, I think so. I am staggeringly gorgeous, and I have already, let's just say, convinced 20% of the voters.
Oh.
But I don't want to be just one of many. I want to be the next female mayor. Unfortunately, I still need some more votes for that, but I'll get them. If only I knew how to get them.
Oh, you want to jump straight to being the mayor. How modest. What's your election platform?
Platform? No one reads it anyway. The only problem is that I just have 2 weeks and I'm still behind 120 men.
Yeah, that's cutting it close. Maybe you should try getting a platform after all.
Oh, it's much too expensive and no one is interested anyway. I just have to be able to convince more people all at once of my qualifications is all. Yeah, well, do you have a better idea?
I'll think about it. If I think of something, I'll let you know.
Dun, 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 dun. This music is really freaking loud.
Then I'll leave you to your hip swing again. I'll just take one of them with me. The selection is done according to the proven method of random chance. I think it's better not to take them. As long as he's busy, he won't get any funny ideas, such as biting an ear off of poor little Nina.
Oh, that's so mean.
Hello. That's a nice house of cards you're building there.
Yeah. And now be quiet or the thing will fall again.
This institution gives a somewhat, well, strange impression. Was it always like that? Could you tell me a bit about it? Maybe you've noted something in particular.
Sure I can. But I won't. Otherwise I'll end up like... Oh, it doesn't matter.
End up like who?
No, it does matter. Otherwise you'll end up like who?
Just like people who ask too many questions.
Can I borrow the copier for a second?
Sure. Bring down my house of cards. Steal my glory, my pride, my last bit of self-respect. The spark of hope in my dreary routine, the little bit...
Yeah, okay. I'll just wait until you're finished. Nicole Charleroi. She's the director of the institute here, right?
Charleroi.
Is she here?
Oh,
No, I don't think so.
exciting.
Don't scare me like that again.
Are you afraid of her?
Me? No, of course not. Shay was also never afraid. On the other hand, Shay also never had anything to do with psychopathic scientists.
Psychopathic scientist.
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all.
A crazy person calling a doctor crazy. Interesting.
You look pretty determined. Are you getting money for this house of cards?
Money? No, not money. Glory. I'll be like my ancestors and go down in history.
As a house of cards builder?
Yes. Shay started the same way.
Che Guevara?
No. Chevrolet.
Okay.
Chevrolet.
I'm going.
Okay. I have to hurry anyway before the earthquake starts again.
Earthquake?
Yeah, every afternoon. Just before I finish the tallest house of cards in the world, an earthquake comes and ruins everything again. But this time, I'll make it.
Interesting.
Watch out that your house of cards doesn't fall down.
Yeah, make sure you don't bring down my house of cards.
In order to get to there, I would have to go through the house of cards, and then there would be a slaughter here. The gatekeeper appears to use this room as an interim storage room for his paintings. Our Latin beauty probably would not be particularly happy if I simply turn her music off.
Anything else?
Cute, droll, cozy, and cuddly. A list with the heading, "Please enter borrowed stuffed animals. Only one stuffed animal per person."
Interesting.
The gatekeeper appears to use this a copier. In order to get to there,
Yeah, there'd be a slaughter. Yeah.
Only the staff is allowed in here. Only the staff is allowed in here.
Okay, fine, be that way. I like this music, but it's getting annoying. Okay.
hello, what's your muse up to?
Something that all women do, taking her time.
The woman in charge. What is she really like?
Miss Charleroi? No idea. I don't have any contact with her. She greets me when she arrives in the morning. I usually don't see her at night because she often stays in the institute until really late.
Any peculiarities?
Like I said, I almost never see her.
Let's see.
Nurse Sabrina, what do you think of her?
If I would tell you, you would say I was sexist.
Yes, her assets are apparently very apparent. And otherwise?
Otherwise, I unfortunately don't know her very well. Women of her caliber don't mess around with average-looking gatekeepers.
You just have to convince her of your qualities.
And those would be?
Well,
Yeah, thanks for the chat.
Oh, poor thing.
Could you perhaps paint a portrait of Nurse Sabrina?
Yeah, I guess so. Just a second. I've run out of black. I can't paint without black.
Okay, I'll take care of it. How long do you need?
Probably half a day.
You have 30 minutes.
There's no way. I need at least 3 hours.
Agreed. You have 1 hour.
Nice
It's
haggling.
no wonder that contemporary painters have never been able to equal the masters, if the artists are constantly rushed like this. Oh, one more thing. I can barely see Nurse Sabrina from here. She moves so gracefully, but she is also unbelievably fast. If she were to slow down a bit for a while,
I'm going to see if I can at least temporarily control the woman's hyperactivity somewhat. Then you could start painting the portrait?
Like I said, I can only paint Nurse Sabrina if I have black paint and a subject that isn't constantly jumping around.
So.
I'll leave you alone with your muse now.
Thanks. I'm still waiting for the kiss.
From me or from the muse?
Both.
Yeah, we've heard that
The
one.
future masterpieces of...
Alright, so somehow we have to go find some black paint. La da da, la da 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 dee, da da da. Oh, we have to go in the kitchen, huh? Let's see if I can come. Ah! I don't think I've read any of this. Okay. Coming to terms with the past, Tunguska region. The site where the Tunguska explosion occurred almost 100 years ago must be nearby. This means Nina's father was here as well on his expeditions, but where exactly? Maybe a search for clues in the past will shed some light on the darkness of the present, okay? The Forbidden Zone, Tunguska region. The old Vink is feeling much better. He talks about his son who headed to the area of the crash site despite his warnings and found a strange fragment. Later, his son suddenly disappeared. The Vink talked about Nina's father, who also didn't listen to his warnings, and Perez had to pay dearly for it. He also warns Nina, but should she turn around now that she is so close? Under one own steam, Tunguska region. Nina's father was unable to come to definitive conclusion about the cause of the Tunguska catastrophe during his expedition in 1958. He summarized his analysis of a fragment found in a region in the Klinkov report, in which he claims the material is not made of any material known on Earth, but was processed with tools. However, the report was repressed by higher up. Still, Nina's father continued with his research and headed out in 1977. And another expedition with Emmanuel Perez to research more fragments. Light phenomenon. Tunguska region. The hidden film reel shows Manuel Perez and Vladimir Kinkloff on their expedition, but what were those strange lights and what happened to Perez? Weird encounter. Tunguska region. After a huge explosion in the research station, Nina is suddenly confronted with strange figures in black robes. They don't say a word, but she has a feeling she can hear their voices loud and clear. Alright. New goals. The trail in the Tunguska region ends here, but what about Vladimir Klinkloff's former companions? Nina heads off to search for Manuel Perez in Cuba, while Max picks up the scent of Irishman Ken Morangi. Strange investment. Cuba. Why would a billionaire and tough-as-nails businessman Massimo Gattuso buy an insane asylum in Cuba? Good question.
A relatively small kitchen.
Yeah. That's not the button I want. It's this button.